Hey guys, welcome back. Johnny here. In today's video, I want to talk to you about a few ways you can improve your credit score with a few simple steps. And it starts right now. Alright guys, so in today's video, I'm going to share with you a few steps that's going to help you improve your credit score within the next 3 to 6 months. Now, the first one is to make sure that you have an accurate report on all 3 of your credit reports. Now, I can't stress this enough. There are so many times where there's stuff on your credit report that isn't yours due to types of identity theft or just being errors in general, such as misspelled names or maybe even different places you may or may not have worked at. So there could be a lot of errors on your credit report, and it's your responsibility to check out your credit reports. Now you can get a free credit report on each one of them once a year. You can also get on to creditkarma.com and they follow 2 of the credit bureaus, or I think you could even do freecreditreport.com and get all 3 free right off the bat. There's a lot of different sites. All you have to do is research that. Okay, the next step here for creating and improving better credit is pinpointing what you need to improve on. Now, it's okay to know what errors there are and what you have on your report, but you also need to know what to improve on. If you have a high utilization, you need to bring that down. If you're constantly having late payments, you need to bring that down as well and start trying to make payments consistently on time. But we're going to get into those steps here in just a second. So that's step number 2, is improving and having the mindset to improve your credit report and know what you need to improve. So pinpointing your problem areas. Now, the next tip here that we're going to talk about is creating a plan to improve your credit score. Now, not just checking your credit report or pinpointing what you need to work on. You actually have to make a plan now to fix your credit report. Now, if you, like I said before, have some issues with your credit report and you have a low credit score, then you need to make a plan to fix these issues. And that brings me to the next step. Now, after you create a plan, then I would start by at least fixing your late payments. Now, fixing your late payments can be a huge plus to you and your credit score. Even closing an account won't make your late payment disappear. Now, that actually will probably make it worse, so I don't recommend that. What you want to do is just start making payments on time. It's okay if you're behind in the past, but today just make a plan to make payments on time. If you have to do it even 5 or 10 days earlier because you get paid earlier, then just set up a plan so that you can pay those on time. It is crucial. Number 5, build a strong credit age. Now, you want to have a good age of credit. Roughly, I want to say anything longer than 5 years would be considered average credit. If you don't have any credit and you're just starting out, then I would strongly encourage you to start finding a way to build credit. And we'll talk about that in the next step. Now, the next one would be to clear up any collections accounts. Now, when I talk about collections accounts, I talk about those old cell phone plans you have with Verizon or Sprint or T-Mobile. I talk about the CenturyLink bill that you maybe never were able to pay because it was a ridiculous amount, and they cut you off and disconnected, and then they hit you with a disconnection fee for $200. Those things are collections. Maybe you took out a loan and you made a few payments, but then there were some tough times and you couldn't make payments. That goes to collections. Gas companies, electric companies, there are tons and tons of different people that will put accounts into collections. 1, if you have late payments, and 2, if you close those accounts, don't pay them, or if you try to duck and dodge these people to not pay. Even auto loans, home loans, stuff like that will eventually bite you in the butt if you don't make on-time payments and you let these accounts go into collections. That brings me to my next step. because we're talking about credit and we're talking about mistakes and collections and late payments, I don't want you guys to beat yourself up about what you've done in the past. Okay, I don't want it to like haunt you guys and you guys have nightmares because you're like, oh man, I'm just so horrible with credit. I'm so horrible with managing money. I don't know what I'm doing. You know, the accounts keep piling up, collections keep piling up. But what I want you to do, guys, is to just breathe and know that it's not over, because the longer these accounts go on, the less and less impact it has on your credit score. You get the biggest ding when it gets hit when it first happens. So just know that. And that brings me to my next step. Getting a credit card. Now, if you don't have a credit card, then you're actually missing out on a huge benefit to building your credit. Now, not only does this help with revolving credit, it brings you up to a higher credit score or a higher credit limit so that you can have a higher credit limit to debt ratio. You can also borrow money responsibly, and it shows you paying it back. It builds credit history, and it also builds a strong report showing that you've made on-time payments, and it helps with your mix of credit, which is another category you need when building credit, and that's what they look at. Which brings me on to my next one. If you have really bad credit and you can't afford it and you can't get approved for a credit card, then I would strongly encourage you to start with a secured credit card, preferably the Discover card or even the Capital One secured card. Either one of those would work very well. You could Google those if you want, do your research. Those are really good cards. You're going to put a minimum deposit of anywhere from $50 to $200 down, and you're going to get a credit limit of around $200 to $500. You use that for a few months, then you'll get a credit increase from on-time payments, and thus on and so on and so on. And that's how you slowly build credit. Make on-time payments, have a mix of credit because your new credit card, start showing a history of having credit, and showing that you can make on-time payments and be responsible while increasing your credit limit to your debt ratio. Now, it's a huge bonus to have a credit card. Now, also, when doing this and applying for credit cards or anything, auto loans, home loans, you need to be careful to not overdo it on the applications for lenders. Now, typically, you want to kind of keep this in a month or two kind of increments. You know, you don't want to do 3 applications in one day, because that'll drop you 3 to 5 points on each inquiry. That's called a hard inquiry, and those do stay on your report for quite a long time. So you don't want to be hit with too many of the applications all at once. Spread them out. Alright, so that brings me to my last tip here. We're going to wrap up this video real quick, and that's fixing your credit utilization ratio. If your credit card balances every month are more than 30%, then you're using too much, and you need to lower that down to 30%, or that is going to negatively impact your credit score. They're going to say that you're not able to use your credit wisely, that you're overspending, and that your credit limit to debt ratio is going to be much higher. So try to stick to 30%. If you have a $1,000 card, obviously 30% would be $300. If you have a $500 card, your 30% limit would be $150. So just know that even spending money on your credit card affects your credit score. Now, we're going to go ahead and wrap up this video today. And like I said earlier, improving your credit score does take a little bit of time, between 3 and 6 months, and possibly even a year for some of the harder accounts with more collections and more late payments and everything like that. But don't get discouraged, guys, because once you get your credit built to a point that you want it, to a good standing over 650, even 700, even up higher than that, then you will no longer be nervous or stressed when applying for an auto loan, a home loan, a personal loan, any type of loan that you need. Even apartments nowadays look at your credit if you're trying to move into a really nice place. So just keep that in mind, guys. Follow some of these steps and tips. It'll not only help you build your credit, it'll also help you to be more responsible using credit cards and learning how to make on-time payments and all the other tips I gave you in the video. So if you guys like this video, please subscribe to my channel, click the little bell down below, and smash that like button, guys, so I know that you like my videos. Alright, and you guys have a great day.